Let's look at the string operators now. Plus is the concatenation operator for strings. So we can go ahead and add things together, like Harry plus Potter. Now notice that JavaScript doesn't know that I'm putting in a name, it just knows that I'm telling it to take these characters and add this next set of characters, combine them together, and make them a single string. Doesn't know the English language, doesn't know our intention that this is a name, and so it doesn't put in the space. So we have to put in that space ourselves. We could do it by just adding it to one side. It doesn't matter which side. Or we could actually also put the space in separately. We can chain together as many concatenations as we'd like. So we're seeing that plus has two different meanings. We can have it be the mathematical addition, or we could have it the string operation of concatenation. It uses the same symbol. So where the confusion comes in is when you're adding a string and a number. So let's look at an example. We can say hello plus 4. Well, for the plus sign, the rule is that if either of the operands are a string, then convert the entire expression to string and concatenate. It doesn't matter which side the number is on, it knows that you have a string and it will do the convert to a string. So here we have to look at the precedence. They're all plus, so they all have the same precedence. And we'll start with the 3 plus 2. That will give us 5. Then we look at 5 plus hello. Well, hello is a string, so it's going to do the concatenation, and we're going to get 5 hello. So the rule to remember is that you look at the two operands. If either are a string, it will convert to string. If neither are a string, then they'll convert to numbers and add. So in this case, we added. Once it's added, the result of that is the 5. And now one of the operands is a string, so when we add it together, it concatenates. In addition, plus is the unary operation, like I mentioned in the beginning. So if we look at plus and put it on a string, it's going to say, okay, well, I only see one operand, so this is the unary plus. The unary plus does not do concatenation. The unary plus only works on numbers, and so it converts it to a number. And here is a slide recapping what I talked about for the mixed types. And remember, that is only for the binary. If any side is string, then we'll convert to a string. If neither side are string, then it will convert to a number. So when do we use explicit conversion versus implicit conversion? Generally, we want to prefer readability over speed, unless you're trying to write a high-performance application. Not every programmer will follow that advice, though. So sometimes you'll see a plus in front of a string to force it to a number. Sometimes you'll see a multiplication by 1 to force it to a number instead of actually calling the number function. A common practice, but not recommended practice, is putting the plus sign in front of the prompt. If you recall, the prompt returns us a string. So if we go look at that prompt, enter your age. put in my age, and you see it's coming back to us with quotation marks. So we know that's a string. So if we know our age is a number, so as a shortcut, some JavaScript programmers will just put a plus sign in front of that. Now when I put in my age, you can see that that unary plus operator converted it to a number for me. The concern is that as you're editing code, sometimes you're typing along and I meant to say I wanted to assign that to a variable, my age, and I don't mean plus, I mean equal. Now we have deleted that plus sign, and we have lost the conversion to a number. So for this class, I want you to be intentional about it and use the number operator. It's easier for maintaining the code. If somebody else is editing your code in the future and they see a little plus sign before the prompt and don't know that's what you're doing, it could just be deleted unintentionally. Better if you go ahead and use the explicit operator and let the reader of your code know that yes, indeed, I'm intentionally converting my age to a number.